Hey Trinity, I'm here in our gathering space, and yesterday you got a little update from Pastor Paul, and we're going to want to try to continue to do regular things. And so we're going to be calling these Tuesdays with Ty. And what we'll be doing at this time is just giving any updates or information that we have, and maybe just some thoughts and things about how we're processing the events that are going on around us. And as we've all been glued to the news, and the things that we've been trying to pick up and learn and understand, and just how we've seen things unfolding. What's occurred to me is that idea that just unfolding. The scientists, with all of their wisdom and everything they know, and the amazing discoveries and advancement in technology that we have, and what do we keep hearing? Scientists are learning, they're discovering. There's still things that are unknown that they are continuing to learn and develop and progress and improve on. The leaders that we have in all of our different agencies, they're there because they're successful, they're intelligent, they have demonstrated capacity above others, and yet what do we see in all of them as well? That they're still developing plans and still figuring out. And as we look at everything that's developing, to be able to look at Scripture and to look at God, it ought to bring us a sense of awe of the completeness of His knowledge and His understanding. And so as we've been going through days where everything seems to be developing, what's been in my mind is just trying to settle into a state of awe of what is known by God in the expanse of His ability and His comprehensiveness and His sovereignty. So I just wanted to share this passage of Scripture with you, and my hope is that every Tuesday I'll just share a passage that I'm learning about, reminding us of the wonder and awe of who God is. And Job was a person who had lots of questions. Things were rapidly unfolding in his life, and he had questions for God, and God responded, "All right, I've got some questions for you, Job." And in Job 38, it says, "Then the Lord answered from Job from the whirlwind. He said, 'Who is this who obscures my counsel with ignorant words? Get ready to answer me like a man. When I question you, you will inform me. Where were you when I established the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who fixed its dimensions? Certainly you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? What supports its foundations? Or who laid its cornerstone?'" And so the God that we worship and the God that we often gather around to celebrate, whether that's virtually or in person, as we will again someday, is a God who laid the foundations of the world. And He has confidence and knowledge and understanding of all of its happenings. And so there's lots of things that we can see in Scripture that will just remind us in the midst of uncertainty, we can kind of sit back and say, wow, all the things that we don't know, think about what God does know and how He is in control. Speaking of unknowns, we know that a lot of you that have families, there's a lot of unknowns that you're entering into, the world of educating your kids, the world of figuring out schedules. And so what we thought we would do is have one of our staff people, Kathy, join us. And so Kathy, you can come on up now. But before you come up and join me, we just want to make sure that you are in a safe space. And so there we go, 6 feet. So come on up. So Kathy, you work in here 4 days a week. And you run around on crazy on Sundays as well. And you have a husband, he works full-time as well, Monday through Fridays, typical work time hours for him, for his job. And you have 2 young children, elementary age kids, who are now, and for who knows how long, at home, and not just at home, have to be learning.
Yes.
So we've talked, it's not just summer break.
No.
You know, summer break you guys have a plan for.
Yes.
This is different.
Yes.
And there's lots of parents in the same boat.
Absolutely.
How have you guys processed what's the plan as it stands right now?
Well, as of today, what we're planning on doing is, and I should preface this by saying that both my husband, Doug, and I are extremely fortunate in that our jobs do afford us a level of flexibility.
You have some choice.
We have some choice, and I know that our situation might be unique. It's not like that for everyone, so we are really blessed in that way. But because we want to afford our boys a level of stability and routine, and because we know that's how they thrive, what our plan is now is that I will be working from home and schooling from home on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Doug will take Tuesdays and Thursdays. He will be home with them, and then I will handle Fridays as well, since that's my normal day off. We've made a makeshift homeschooling area in our home because we didn't have anything like that set up. We've found some workbooks and activity sheets to keep them busy for the next couple weeks, and then our school district, we're in the Riverside School District, has provided us with lesson plans and curriculum to be working on starting in a week or so. So that's our current plan.
So we're going to check in with Kathy every so often, see how the plan is going, how we've had to change. Many of you are probably in similar situations. We know a lot of you are in much worse situations, much more difficult decisions that have to be made. For us, it's easy. We have a high school child who's pretty independent. We have a college-age child, completely independent, both of them. Easy transition to virtual learning. My wife works in a place that has been shut down, so she's at home. So one thing that we both have in common in our households is we both have dogs, and they love this.
Yeah.
Because
Really
people
happy.
are around all the time. But we wanted to continue on the theme of parenting and just remind everyone that at 1 o'clock today, we are going to have a Next Gen Live parent meeting. And this is for parents of elementary and preschool age kids. We will later let you know about the meeting that we'll have for parents of teens. Ian will do that one virtually as well. Haven't set it down. Again, we're in the process of learning and evolving and all of those things as well too. So we're going to share during that time some things that we're doing and trying to put together for families for how they can continue to have worship and other things at home. And so please join us for that event as well. If you have young children and you have not yet joined our Facebook group, it's called
Trinity Next Gen. So if you are on our main Facebook page, which is where this video is appearing, on the left-hand side of your page or in the pull-down menu, there's a Groups tab. You can click on the Groups tab, and one of the linked groups to our Facebook page is Trinity Next Gen. So that's basically for all of our parents, from diapers to diplomas.
It includes teens, yep.
Yes, it does include teens, and that group will be streaming live at 1 p.m. today with our Trinity Kids parent meeting.
And another couple of announcements. Men's breakfast is canceled for this Saturday. The Easter Fun Fest that we were going to do with Abraham's church, Abraham Diyali, that is canceled because it was a gathering, but we're doing something different instead. So we'll give details on that in the future. What we're going to be doing is asking different families and individuals in the church to pack some Easter baskets for specific children. We'll have their names, age, gender, and for you to take to your family and be able to pack that basket and bring it in. We'll get all the baskets to Abraham, and he'll be able to responsibly distribute all those baskets to the family. So those are the updates we have today. I don't think I left anything out, so we'll talk to you tomorrow, or see you at 1.
Thanks.